And welcome. It's John with People's Republic MTG, aka McNerdy27, and today we've got a quick draft of the Secrets of Strixhaven for you guys. Let's jump in. Let's open a bomb. Let's just cruise right into the lane that we need to be in. Make it all happen. Right. I've enjoyed this format a lot. I think that the criticism is that it's playing a lot like Dragon's Storm, in that like you're either a white aggro deck or you're a soupy mid-range to long game deck, but I think that there's actually a lot more play in between. I do think there's space for mid-range. Golgari decks in the mid-range can really, Witherbloom decks in the mid-range can really drag games out and make them unwinnable for either side. Okay, anyway, we have a spectacular rare in Colorstorm Stallion. This is just a sweet card mostly in like the more aggressive Prismari builds, the more like tempo control or tempo aggro is how I would describe those decks. There is a Tone Blast here and a Prismari Charm. Like, we're shipping good cards for the deck. There's also like a Stirring Honormancer here. That's a great Silver Quill card, and Grapple with Death is a great Witherbloom card. Studi's First Year is critical for the soup decks. Elite Interceptor is a great aggro common. This is a pretty good pack overall, but we should just take the Stallion. The Sundown Pass, it's the rare. Uncommons in the hunt, pretty good. Obviously, it's not going to do anything with Colorstorm Stallion. Garrison Excavator I like a lot, but it has to be an allure. This is basically a red-white gold card. Sanar definitely has my interest here. Doesn't really go with the tempo aggro idea of Colorstorm Stallion. Proctor's Gaze is a cool card too. I don't think I would take it here, though. Get the very good Last Gasp here. Maybe just supposed to take that over Sanar. Colorstorm Stallion is performing very, very well. And I would like to play it, but I'm not blind to this Last Gasp here, and the fact that like the bot to our left could very easily take Prismari Charm and get into the same lane. But I mean, if we can count on Prismari being open this direction, maybe the bot took the Honormancer and we'll take the Last Gasp here. All right, we're gonna go for. Still waffling. I don't think we're gonna get like the Elite Interceptor or the Honormancer back. Like, we don't have any instants or sorceries to go get with this yet. I'm gonna take the Last Gasp. Okay. This is like not great top end for Prismari. Lewin's great. We might just take the Lewin here. Melancholic Poet's fine. Noxious Newt is a good common, but it's so off from what we're doing, and from either of the first two picks is how I should put that. And Lewin, like, this is actually something of a game plan. I think Summon Dromedary's fine, but like it's a Lorehold card. It has to be an Lorehold deck. Take the Loon. So Strixhaven Skycoach is really, really good. I did not think this was very good the first time I read it, and it's actually so much better than that. It does more or less only go in the soup deck, though. Well, I don't know. That's my interpretation of it, but maybe you do play this in every deck. Um, there's a good white card here in Eager Glyph Mage. There's a very good green card here in Thornfish Striker, and Barrage is nice too. Heated argument, like if we were going to lean back towards Color Storm Stallion, I suppose. So I think Sky Coach is like, the highest. I'm confident it's the highest in the data here, but is probably the most all-purpose card, and I think it's what we're supposed to take here. Because I think you, by and large, are just supposed to take the best card in the pack for the first 5, 6 picks. I do like Thornfish Striker, and Barrage would be a nice pickup too if we end up in Witherbloom, but we take the Sky Coach. Okay. Yeah, much lower power level in this pack. Um, like, we could look at the Osteomancer, could look at the Imperious Ink Mage, Shopkeeper's Bane, maybe even the Allen Historian. I think I'm probably just going to take the Osteomancer. I don't love the card, but this pack's just pretty empty. Shopkeeper's Bane like goes better, with Lewin, but it's not a real noticeable difference. So this is a late Silver Quill Charm. Chelonian Tackle's just bad. Like, if this was instant speed, it would be a different story, but Flow State I like okay, but I mean, in a lot of instances I would just rather have a quick study. Yeah, I'm just gonna take Silver Quill Charm. Okay. I mean, at this point, maybe we should lean into the 5-color thing. Like, if this is the best card in the pack at this point, and we've already got the Sky Coach, we could probably still play Lewin in that deck and Last Gasp. We'll take Archaic. All right. Well, now we get a very good Silver Quill card, quite late, and nothing really for the multicolor deck. Like, Fractal Mascot, yeah, I guess, but there's a lot better top end. Let's take this Golding Administrator. Okay, so this is the initial pack, and the Cost of Brilliance came back, which was on my mind when I took Last Gasp. I think we take that. Now we get Inkling Mascot is what we want over Rapier Wit. Melancholy Poet's a good pickup here. And just like that, we end up in a Silver Quill deck. I mean, we will remain, open to what the rest of these packs steer us toward, but could Adventurous Eater be better? I'm gonna take the Eager Glyph Mage. Nice. All right. I think we found the seed. Culling a week. Wow. Okay. Yeah. No thanks. Yeah, we're probably just gonna take this Ink Shape Demonstrator. It's a good repartee card. A couple of okay commons in the Docent and the Banemaker. Yeah, I'm just gonna take this. I think it might be the best card in the pack too. Yeah. Group Project in the hunt. I think we're probably just going to take this into the hunt here. I like Group Project. It is a lore hole card. But yeah, we'll just lock up another piece of removal. Their Triumph is another piece of removal. It's cool to see Prismari here, but obviously that ship is sailed. There's a mascot here that could wheel. I think we are supposed to take the Bitter Triumph over it, and then probably get one of these two back. Obviously, we want the mascot a lot more. Okay, another Into the Hunt, and another Lewin. And a Helping Hand. This pack stinks. I guess we'll just take another Into the Hunt. Okay, Lecturing Scorn Mage. I like getting off to a fast start with this deck. That's what it wants to do. Holy cow. I'm going to take the Inkling Mascot here. Woo! She's not as good as, like, I originally thought, but this is an extremely powerful card in Silver Quill decks. Yup. Hoo-hoo. The Banemaker. Well, we don't need another Cost of Brilliance. I'm gonna put Pull from the Grave in the sideboard. Nice. Yep. Poor homeless cards. Who wants this giraffe? We'll give him a good home. Ambitious Augmenter. Sweet rare. Not gonna be able to take that. We have our pick of removal. Foolish Fate. Still one to take, I think. Repel Calamity and another Last Gasp. Stick with Foolish Fate. We are like chock full of removal at this point. This can probably be like our last removal spell. If we get past a lot of removal from here, like if those are the best black-white cards in the packs, it's gonna be rough, but yeah. I'm willing to try this Scathing Shadelock. It's expensive and takes a little bit to get going, but it could be very powerful here. Math Magic's sweet rare. Want to play with it someday. Some other good uncommons too. I think that this is playable in Silver Quill, but I'd rather have this. Ennis. He's just not really, like, there's just not really anything that he's doing. We have enough 2-drops already. I think we might just take an Ink Mage here. It's kind of crazy to take that over Wander Off, it feels like, but I'd just rather have a creature. Social Snub. This is not a very good card. We can just take Graduation Day and try to make that work. I don't know that we're doing that much targeting, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Rabbit Attack. Let's take another one of these. And we take an Adventurous Eater here, we get another spell. Yeah, I think we would want that over Mascot number 4. Mascot number 4 wouldn't be terrible. This seems really cool in a Silver Quill deck. The Data hates it. I don't know that we're going to make a lot of tokens. Like, it's just, what, Eager Cliff Mage? Yeah. And we're just not going to make any tokens. It's just never going to get prepared. It's going to be a 3-mana 3/3. We'll just take an interjection. I'm not interested in any of this. Put Poxblade in the sideboard. Duty Beyond Death. Split Bloom Charm. Here's the Rapier's Wit. Yeah, we'll take it. But I don't think Honor Bound Page makes the deck, but we'll see. And this comes back. Nah, I don't see any real reason to play that. Like, it can do some cool stuff with stuff that enters prepared. I guess we have, like, Adventurous Eater. I'm not that thrilled about it, though. I don't think we should play that. Okay. Out goes Innis. I don't think Daymaker's really doing anything here. We don't want to cut a lot more creatures, but I'm not interested in that. I think Osteomancer, like, it's not synergistic here, but getting back an Abigail seems pretty big. Like something I would like to do. Is possible we just cut one of the in the hunts because they don't target. I'm gonna do that. I don't know that that's really the right thing to do, but we've got a lot of removal plus Rapier Wit as interaction. I think we're doing enough targeting to make Graduation Day work in some instances. Like when it pops off, it accelerates your win to the point where like a mid-range deck can't claw back into the game to survive, to counter, to overcome the aggro. Could we go to 17 lands here? I think we probably, 16 lands. We probably could. Yeah. I'd want to cut a 4-drop, I think, if I did that. And it might just be Osteomancer. If we cut Osteomancer in, like, a swamp. It's kind of greedy, I think, to play 16 lands here. Let's put the mascot up here. Five 2-drops, 1/1-drop, 5 3-drops. Okay. 15/9. Seems pretty heavy on spells, man. Rapier Wit might just be just not powerful enough compared to the other stuff. And like I also look at interjection. As much as I love them triggering my repartee stuff, that's maybe like asking a little bit too much for best case scenario to play out. Okay, I think I'm gonna run it like this. I think I would be very interested in other people's opinions of like, am I supposed to be doing this? Is this worth a card? Is this worth a card? I think the card that goes back in first is Cheerful Osteomancer, but it might be Barak Banemaker. Or even Pull from the Grave. Let's try it. Let's try it. a high amount of synergy in the deck. How much we can say. Fake. I don't know if that's right. We are just like praying that we hit a white source. And here it goes. Okay. Got a mess and scatter over there. No. Always be surveilling. We'll put a swamp in the graveyard. Keep that plains on top. I think we just roll out ink shape demonstrator next turn. Play. Okay. Let's see if this gets countered. I think they probably would have countered the Ink Mage. No play on turn 3. Got a Skywell. So we're just gonna kill that. 3. Technically, I really should have played this to get the Surveil off it. That was a fun. But now we get to Cost of Brilliance next turn, or even Adventurous Eater into its spell. Like, another whale wouldn't be great, I guess. A splatter technique would be tragic. That is what we are actually fearing here, I think. It's a stock card. It's a good card. Scorn Mage first. This player. This creature. Sure. Unless I can interact with one of these. Potentially like a Banishing Betrayal or an Abrade. So they paid 0 mana for their Fractalize. They paid 0 on X. What happened? Oh, it had Ward. They couldn't. Oh, because it had Ward, they couldn't actually pay for it. Okay. Cool. Alright. Well, drawing white was a gift. A real gift. Now this, the rare Ixalan Kellen avatar. I love it. I'm gonna mulligan this. Not with like that and that. Alright. Cool. We're gonna be greedy. Put that swamp back. Chaneller. You know, we could very easily run into a counter spell here. I think we just run out the Ink Mage. Like, we could attack with the mascot. I don't, like, really even see what we would do with that. Like, maybe they try to play a trick on the channeler and we can triumph it. That doesn't seem good. Dodge and Essence Scatter left and right here. Okay, we need land number 4, but I am greedy enough that I'm going to keep the Administrator on top. Or maybe a quick study here. There's Marching. Is this Spell Pierce? Cheeky. Betray. Sure. Play that bad boy again. Yeah, I did intend to keep them there. I did not realize that whatever button I clicked was going to immediately pass their turn, but he's not always the brightest. He's not always the sharpest tool in the shed, this one. Alright. Just hold on to the Bitter Triumph. We're in Splatter Technique range. Rapturous Moment. So if I use this to play a creature, we triumph it. Slight, sure. Pyretic Ritual, sure. Burst Lightning, yep. Oh! I was wondering if we were gonna see any like storm bullshit. I hate this. $13. Yeah, we'll just kill this. Alright. What kind of crap's gonna happen here? Flow state. I know there's ways to like, they could get the brain freeze back. But like they need like Zealous Lorecaster. And they don't have the mana for that right now. The brain freeze turn was impressive. I was impressed. I think they're gonna get the brain freeze back. I guess Divergent Equation lets them get 2, but flashing back that, bouncing that. Okay, but they can't brain freeze. Alright, so splatter technique's bad. Mathematics is very, very bad. If they've got splatter technique, we can save the Ink Mage, I guess. Brain freeze and sleight of hand. Sure. So if they hit an island here, I think they can kill us. They didn't. Alright. Cool. Yeah, and even then, I think it's Brain Freeze Storm 3. No, they did 2. Then I draw 1. Yeah. Close. The Brain Freeze turn was great. That was cool. It was horrifying and uncomfortable to be on this side of it, but it was well executed. Pyretic Ritual into Storm. Yeah. What is this, cube? Yeah. This looks like such a great little spot to just read. You get to like, oh, though, why there is not like a chair here? You just want me to stand? You have back problems that way, man. You end up with foot problems too. You want to talk about foot problems, man. I can tell you a thing or two about foot problems. Nice. I'm gonna hate to see them go get a swamp or something here. Just a forest, okay. Everything's fine. Hopefully we get to do something with Abigail before it dies. Looks like we will. Yeah, this is pretty gross. Put this in them. Okay, they got 5. 5 mana. Bounce and go get a land. Okay. Oh! Oh! Oof! Brutal. Savage wrecked. Maybe just do this, and then Foolish Fate the increment. Go Surveil here. It's in the graveyard. Nah. Fractal Mascot's bad news here. Like, we have not enough gas to close the door. Like, we can Rapier Wit to get it out of combat, but it is meanwhile, it has taken one of our things out of combat. Okay, pick your poison in Proctor's Gaze. Okay. I think we just last guy's bad. And then play range. Yes. Yeah. Sure. Is this an instant? Phew. This player. this creature. Banishing Betrayal or something here. Brush off. Nice. Shopkeep. Crossnade X3. Got him. Sure. I think we just Ink Mage to set up the draws rather than give them a target for Pick Your Poison. I mean, it doesn't really matter. The thing is stunned. You can use a pick Your Poison at any point, that's fine. A lot of lands. All right. I'm lucky that they just didn't have like a real big creature at any point. Like we had the Rapier Wit, but like I said when we were looking at 6 mana and there was the potential of like a fractal mascot coming down, like it was so big, and Rapier Wit only takes it out of combat for like 2 combat steps. Admittedly, like we have hard removal on the deck and we have some card draw, so I'm not saying we like wouldn't have found an answer, but so why is it Broside-Dion? Anybody? Isn't the guy's name Poseidon? Is it not Poseidon? Yucky. Yeah. Do we just last gasp that now? Let's get this. Pray she lives. Nope. Mascot in the hunt. Okay, I mean, I like drawing mascot into Bitter Triumph next turn, I guess. Again, should have played the mascot beforehand. I don't know why I continue to do that. Am I supposed to do this just for like the damage and the... Yeah, I mean... Can't have this on the top. What are you going to get? That's an answer. Okay. Osteomancer, get back Old Growth Educator. Get back Shock. This is not good. Okay. Okay. We're gonna need to continue to hit creatures from here. I guess I had an attack with that turn. Alright. Yeah. Oh well. Why do you do this before combat? This is just like what can happen with a Silver deck, I think. Or I know. Not technically dead. I did this before combat. Did what we could. Just to go back here, not that, this. So like we used a last gasp here, and I don't think that that was necessarily wrong. I think honestly like the Poisoner's Apprentice turn, where they got to kill something with that, was probably the most dramatic. What was going on here? Both Abigails just got killed. In the hunt, I think we used that at the right time. Triumph, we had to lose 3 life to kill the Scorn Mage. I don't think that there was a lot we could have done. I think the life gain on their side too just makes it very, very challenging. Like to finish to complete the process of reducing that life total from 20 to 0. Just constantly puts it out of reach, and undid. You know, I did a fair amount of damage in that game, despite their finishing life total being like a 19 or something like that. That is just the reality of a War of the Bloom deck. No thanks. Okay. Planes off the top. 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 Had it the whole time. Alright. Running this into Essence Scatter Mana again. Potioner's Trove. No, this thing. You can go for Max Greed here. Six-man. Rapturous Moment? 4/5 with haste. Okay. I think I'll just kill that. Sure. Nope. This. Yeah. I've done this. Oh no. Yeah. Let's just double spell next turn. They've decided against it. I think that's probably good enough. I don't really think that they have a combat trick to, like, cast on the mascot and block Abigail, cast on the mascot, and kill Abigail, but if we just top the 3/3, oh, there it goes. I don't think we really want that either. Oof. Away! No. Wow, not great. Really quite bad. Okay. Play this first so we can get a surveil. And this is going to kill power 2 or less. So we're going to kill elemental mascot. Right? Yeah. Yeah. I'd rather kill the channeler. Nice. This player. This creature. Nice. Anybody ever played Command and Conquer Red Alert? There's a special unit you can get called Tanya, and she's just this like secret agent, sexy secret agent lady or whatever. I think only the Russians can have her or whatever. She can like blow up bridges on the map, which is really cool. But she has some of the stupidest voice lines in the whole game. Like you send her to go kill something or go blow up a bridge, and she goes cha-ching, like a cash register, except not really at all. um. Anyway, just things that live in my head to this day. What a ridiculous thing to put in the game. Like, these guys get rocket launchers and submarines, and these guys get, you know, helicopters and bombers, and these guys get Tanya. I hope someone like comes and educates me and is like, oh, this is actually based on like a real person. Crap. Man, like how many hands we've drawn with two basics of one color makes me really regret not getting a Forum of Amity. It's not that it would solve this or anything. I'm gonna keep it. If Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I don't think we're gonna get bailed out with the turn 2 planes twice. Yuck. I mean, I'm not gonna spend it in the hunt on that. We'll probably spend it in the hunt on that. Yep, it bees like that. This is just about as bad as it could have gone from the start. I mean, like, we're not totally out of it. Now we are. Yes. Now they've got an artifact to copy a spell with Micah. Do it. Do it. Like, even if we draw planes here, we get to play one spell. I'm thinking that that is not going to do it for us. Okay, we jump, we take a ton. Sure. Nice. Sure. Nice. Just what we deserved. Keep us too slow on hand with all these white cards. There's really not a lot that we can draw that, like, outside of the planes that, makes that okay. Like, Cost of Brilliance could have been cool. Cost of Brilliance could have done something, but I didn't draw Cost of Brilliance. That was the big problem there. Yeah. Sometimes when you're trying to diagnose problems in your play, sometimes it's pretty easy. Just pinpoint it. That hand would have been legitimately very good if we hit a plains. I don't think that it's necessarily wrong that we kept it. This is an extremely mediocre hand. Our opponent has taken 2 mulligans. We can feel a little bit better about that. What is going on here? It is a doge in a dragon costume. Alright. It'd feel good to have a last cast for that. But we don't. So something. 2 mana. I guess I misread the card. Seen a lot of copies of this thing today. Yeah. This player. This creature. Lotto red. Okay, so they can't draw a card. I get to end the hunt. Yo. Foolish fate. This. Please stop drawing lands. Chump the Shade Lock here. Big creature. Alright. Played a pretty good game. Opponent did on a mode of 5. You know, 2 1-mana deal 3, 2 basically like lightning bolts helps. Obviously they drafted those highly. The lore hold was terrifying. We're lucky that that was the last card out of our hand so that they couldn't miracle something on our upkeep. Thankfully we had enough removal to outlast them there, because it was a close game. This guy just loves pita bread, man. Or pita chips. That's the beauty of pita, is that you can have it as pita bread or pita chips. Just wanted to diet slices of pita chips. Just wait until we can Silver Quill Charm it next turn. Is it exile? Okay, we're gonna have to hit this. I'm just hanging it in the hunt. God, this thing is so annoying. Maybe we just play the Shade Lock this turn. Like, this plus this and these two is very well and cool, but I will say goodbye to my Shade Lock. Alright, so this does not look good. I mean, we do this and they get 2 pests off the Pest Breed Sloth. Like, it saves us 2 damage a turn, but it's not really even that great. Does it exile too? Hell yeah, man. Now I just have to draw something that targets a creature every single turn from here. Not a big deal. Look at this guy. His smug little face. not punk the Biomancer. Overly concerned. I don't love that it makes flying blockers, but I gotta have some kind of trick. So, royal treatment. There's royal treatment here, but that doesn't make that attack make sense. What are we gonna kill if we do cast this last gasp? Which I think we've got to. I think we're gonna kill the Noxious Newt. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Sure. That'll do it, man. Another very, very close game. If they'd set up any kind of repeatable life gain there, like a Bogloom red early, or I guess black doesn't get the 2-mana 2/2 lifelink that it did in original Strixhaven. That was Leech Fanatic, yeah, and now we have Leech Collector, which is not as good as Leech Fanatic. White gets the 2-mana 2/2 with lifelink here. I guess it's just, yeah, it'd be a little bit too ridiculous, but Bogwater Limerette is probably the thing. Though, in the hunt, getting Pestbird Sloth and exiling it so that they didn't get Pest was huge. I did not realize it was going to exile. Wait, Incognite did this? Oh my gosh. How did I miss that? Spectacular. Natural. This thing's look pretty good. It's slow. Yeah. They're gonna, like, grapple with death one of my things. Feed this one. It's honestly better. What do you have for a single mana, huh? Yeah. 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 So, we're just gonna cast both of these. Yeah. We're gonna put 2+1/+1 counters on this creature. We're gonna put that on the into the graveyard. We're gonna keep that on top. We're gonna cast this player, this creature. Yes, precisely. Good. Do they have Withering Hex? I think they have Withering Hex. Yeah. For not hitting land number 4, they've done a damn good job here. Oof. Oof. Yeah, I guess I'm just supposed to play both creatures. Okay, this is greedy. Alright. I do love some cheap creatures, combat tricks, and removal spells. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Ooh, speaking my language. Beautiful. Decadent, you might even say. Beautiful. Alright. Thanks so much for joining me, everybody. Again, John with People's Republic MTG, best play group in the Atlanta area. Find me if you happen to be local. You can come draft with us sometime. Maybe we'll do a pre-release together at an LGS sometime. McNerdy27. That is the YouTube channel handle. That's where you're watching this. Please go check out the links to funds and charities in the video description. Consider giving part of your monthly magic budget or anything you donate to my channel to one of those worthwhile causes. Like, share, subscribe, whatever you can do, much appreciated. Alright, I'll see you guys later.